Yes, we could say that the Jews in general have been very successful in the 20th century. And I would agree that some of it has to do with intelligence, social and familial organization, educational systems. But one must not ignore the impact of familial and social organizations on the public perception. Within the realm of physics, for instance, yes, Einstein was a Jew, but people around him, Dirac, Planck, Bohr, well, maybe not Bohr, but Bohr may have been, I don't know, I think he was Swede or something like that. They weren't Jewish, but in order to be famous, of course, your name needs to be cast into the ocean of fame, and other people need to see you. And I think because of the maybe not the control, but because of a lot of the involvement of Jews in the entertainment field, in the news field, in the broadcasting field, the film field, etc., the Jews were more noticed. If you take people like Freud, there were other people other than Freud. There was Jung. I don't know. I'm not going to go into all of the other people because I don't know who they all are. But I will tell you that the whole idea that, there's Marx, um, but there was also Engel, I believe his name was, um, and Marx was a Jew. But again, a lot of this has to do with um, what you choose to advertise, what you choose to brag about, who you choose to talk about. And because the Jews are and have been so influential over communications of various sort, whether it be TV, radio, um, the intellectual world, the legal world, etc., they're going to give more attention to those people that are more like them, that they relate to more. And certainly, in the case of Freud and Marx, both um, got picked out of the lineup as quotables and famous. Einstein as well. Although I would say that out of all of the Jews that I know of who have a reputation for intelligence and ingeniousness, uh, Einstein is certainly at the top of the list. But I think we've got to understand that the Organization of Jews worldwide, especially in the United States after World War II, made it more likely that they were going to promote themselves, more that they would recognize each other and pat each other on the back for very human reasons. This is not unnatural. It's not conspiratorial. It's normal for people to say, "Hey, that guy is really cool and really successful, and he's like me. He's of the same ethnic background. He's of the same family structure. He's of the same religion." And anybody who says that you're not going to do that as a human being, whether you're a Jew or not, is wrong. You're going to do that. That's the nature of human beings. So I think a lot of the credit that Norman Finkelstein talks about is valid. That yes, Jews have been very successful in the 20th century and probably will be continuously successful in the years to come because they are the movers and shakers. They have control a lot of the powers that allow people to become famous or notorious, either one. They can pick and choose what is popular and what is not. They can label people successfully. They can convince others that they're right. They can control the law to some extent. I would really like to see, because Norman Finkelstein has agreed to this, I would like to see him sit down with Nick Fuentes and have a talk about both, uh, but mostly about Jews, about Israelites, and about Jewish culture, Jewish society, Jews in America, Jews in the world, um, because I both think that they could learn from each other. I also think we could all learn from seeing the two of them discuss this matter, because um, uh, Fuentes has been named, labeled a white supremacist, which I don't think he is. Um, and he needs to be able to have somebody in front of him that has the same understanding or a similar understanding regarding the situation in the world right now between the Jews and the rest of society and the rest of the civilization, if we can call it that these days. And I think it would be a great discussion, probably more revealing, more enlightening, more informative than really any other discussion I've seen or heard um, on any of the shows, whether it's Williamson or it's Rogan or trigonometry or Fuentes' show or Candace's show or uh, Tucker Carlson's show. Um, any of them. I think this would be a great show. Anyway, that's my recommendation. That's my suggestion to America and the world. Let's get these two people on and have them talk to each other about this stuff. Um, a very well educated mind in Norman Finkelstein, as well as extremely lucid and capable, and Mr. Nicholas Fuentes, who is still scarred from his being canceled by just practically everyone, which let him really know how powerful the Jewish community and Jewish power is in the United States, because he was basically destroyed. He was almost non-personed by, um, Shapiro and the rest of the gang back in the day, when he asked some innocent questions like, why is the United States defending without question a tiny little country in the Middle East? Uh, anyway, let's get that done. I propose that they get together, have a discussion. I would love to see that. And yes, give me credit for the idea. Thanks.